to get a win out of this. We kind of had a patchwork team out there, and it's a tough week. Had a lot of ups and downs, and just really proud of our guys for stepping up in there. And we had a lot of kids that did a really nice job tonight, and so I'm extremely proud of them.
Coach, that was just. You came in the second half. You made like 3 first downs there, and then you had that 4th down. I thought from the booth that you had made that yardage, but boy, right after that, it was just like the roof fell in. And it's a good thing we weren't in a dome.
Yeah, no, I'll tip. Rose Hill did a great job. They play. It's amazing when you give somebody some confidence and how much they can change and how they're playing. And what I'm saying with those guys is we've got to do a better job and not to relax. And we did some things there that were just not real smart on our side as a football team. And we got to eliminate those and put a team away when we have an opportunity. And you just keep giving them life, and they're going to keep playing. They're going to keep playing. They're going to keep playing. And that's what we saw tonight.
I didn't indicate that they were relaxed in the 3rd and 4th quarter. They looked awfully tight. Wellington did.
Well, we did some things where we weren't focused. There were just a few little things here and there that you may not be obvious up in the booth, but we didn't execute like we should have. And I think, again, that's where we just don't keep ourselves into the game and stay mentally sharp. There's some things later on in the game, too, that when we let things speed up, we do some really dumb things at times. But at the end of the day, we got the win, and I'll take it. So.
2 turnovers there to start the game. Obviously, ended up playing a huge role. I think you guys were plus 1 on the night. You talked about capitalizing on opportunities earlier in the season and then later in games, but you guys did a really good job capitalizing on those.
Yeah. Yes. Just had excuse me. I got a million things going on in my head. But we did a nice job when we got the picks, the scoop, and almost thought we were going to score there. But the biggest thing is, when we did that, we went down there and we had the ball. And we're coming down the field, even if it's 3rd or something, and if you have an opportunity to just, we have to go out and punt. We just got to have that mentality. We don't have to make the big play every single time and take what we can get. If it's not there, we don't need to force it. So we didn't do a good job in the second half on the turnovers, quite like they did. In the second half, but the kids found a way to make plays.
I thought you guys, you kind of mentioned you had a rough week, lots of injuries on your guys' sideline. Talk about your team overcoming those and also Colin playing what he was able to play with that bummed hand. With
Adam and Colin and some other guys, it just felt like this week was kind of up and down. We had 2 really good practices, and we had some guys that got sick or had something else going wrong, and that's why you get after your younger kids. Like, hey, your time can be any moment, and they don't always realize that until a game like tonight, where they had to step in, and we've got some 2s and some 3s in there that have to go in and get it done, and they did. And so it was just, like I said, a roller coaster week, a lot of ups and downs, and really proud though.
Well, I think Gilkey just really did a nice job tonight. Just offensively and defensively. For him to come in,
yeah.
Like that, I think he was probably key to the win tonight.
Yeah, it's one of those things where we're going through senior night, and all the seniors are away, and we've got our juniors, sophomores, freshmen sitting in there. And I told them, I said, for us to win the game tonight, you have got to. I'm looking at these guys. I said, you guys are going to be the ones that are going to have to step up and make plays. I said, those guys are going to do exactly what we need them to do. This group right here I'm talking to, you guys are the ones that are going to have to rise to the occasion. And, Remington, Gilkey as a great example of that, Connor Phelps, Jason Norris, all those guys. You heard their names tonight, and that's what we've been needing for them to do, and they did that tonight.
Have you seen Mulvane on film at all? We don't know what the score was.
I think it was 29-36, Ulysses won.
Ulysses won 29-36. Have you seen Mulvane on film at all going into that game? What are you expecting?
Coach Venewald, he always gets better as the season goes along and develops his kids, and they're going to do a little bit of everything, and they're going to do it well. So we got a heck of a challenge on our hands with that.
Now, I guess there at the last minute you had you were at the 9-yard line, and you had kind of a dilemma there as far as get the win or get the points, and you decided to go with the points. And oh my gosh, that fumble there looked like that might have came back to haunt us.
Yeah. it's one of those things where it's really easy if you're sometimes up in the stands or not in our situation. Hey, we got to get the points. And you know, I was going to take an approach. Hey, we can do something, but let's do it safe. We called just a simple ISO play, which I felt like would be the simplest play we can. If we can get something out of it, that's great. If not, we're not. You know, we'll take the win. But I felt like it was worth trying to take a chance and get those points, and you know, it worked out in our favor.
Is it plus 14 or 13?
It's 13.
13.
Oh, it's 13. Okay. I thought they had.
Right. That settled a huge argument amongst us media on the sideline tonight. Steve was right. Everyone has that on record. But anyway, Coach, anything else you want to mention before we let you go?
Again, you know, I really don't want to single out a single kid. I'm just really proud of everybody because this was an absolute total team effort, and I'm just so happy for those guys. Again, with as many guys as we've had to come out and younger guys coming in, it was a total team effort, and that's what makes me so proud as a coach. And that's why I get a little emotional and excited, because that's what the greatest thrill is it's not the wins, it's seeing young men step up and mature right in front of your eyes, and that's what I love.
Were you kind of like thinking there, you know, when you heard about Condon not going to be here today, did you feel like running back home and putting your head under the covers and never coming out of the house again?
I think any coach that can attest to this, the longer you're in it, the more nothing really surprises you anymore. I don't know if you just get calloused to all these things, and yeah, it was a very big blow to hear that, and what we didn't know what was going to happen with Colin and all that stuff. But you just got to keep telling yourself, kids are looking at you. You got to say, hey, you know what? We got to make plays. The next guy's got to step up.
Is this Colin's last game?
I don't know. I don't know on that for sure.
But he's going into surgery Tuesday. Is that correct?
Well, yeah. I'd rather not comment on that. I really don't know all the specifics on it. So.
All right, guys. You got anything else?
All right. Thanks, Coach. Good win.